Chris, what are we doing out here today?
So about 5 years ago, I did a comedy set for this big contest out here. I did it entirely about swimming.
Swimming's a tough sport. I don't know if you knew this. It's the only sport that if you quit while you're doing it, you die.
Talked for 5 minutes about swimming, and I thought that would be funny in and of itself, but it went poorly.
It's a coordination issue, really. It's a tough sport, that swimming.
But in the process of making that, I wrote lots of ideas about swimming. And so today, I'm going to share some of those ideas for the very first time with some friends in my backyard. And I'm sure this time, it's going to go swimmingly. To my own backyard. Thank you for welcoming me here. You guys pee in the pool? Clap if you pee in the pool. Thank you. Thank you. Good, honest group of people. Thank you. That's, I think, what makes drowning so terrible. It's weird. Our rules of, like, you go swimming with strangers, you'd get in a hot tub with strangers. Would you take a bath with strangers? No, somehow the soap makes it disgusting. I grew up an only child, and when I tell people that, they say, Chris, you act like an only child. That's rude. That's rude. I don't have the heart to tell them I was an only child because my brother died. And then they're uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable, and then they have to ask, so how did you become selfish? Thank you. I became selfish all on my own. Thank you for noticing. Yes, that's me. We have selfish people here. That's everybody who pees in the pool. Yes, of course. Don't worry, it's not all bad. You're not a sociopath. The sociopath pees into the pool. And I am neither. I am not selfish. I'm not a sociopath. I am a narcissist. And I would never pee in the pool because that's where my reflection lives. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Growing up an only child, when my older brother died, that meant my dad had to really step in and pick on me. And so our house was like running, roughhousing, horseplay, things you're not supposed to do at the pool. And one day, I remember it vividly. I was dropping back to pass. My dad's running a slant over the middle of the living room, wide open, because we're the only two there. And I really overshoot him. I've never played a game of football in my life. I just remember watching the Nerf football hit my mother's Norman Rockwell figurine right off the entertainment center, which is a very 90s maybe thing to happen. A Norman Rockwell figurine, if you don't know, do you guys know what those are? Yeah, you guys, Nate? Yeah, so, okay. The Norman Rockwell figurines, if you don't know, were like these little, they were made in China out of ceramic, and then it was pure Americana, right? It was, this particular one was no swimming, and it's just like a young boy running away with his buddies from probably they were down at the old quarry, and the sheriff came by, and the sheriff probably bowls with their parents, and probably is their neighbor, and these boys, they got a lot of growing up to do, but that will all happen during World War II. And our particular model was in many pieces on the floor. I felt bad about this for decades. And last year, for my mom's birthday, I got on eBay. I found a mint condition Norman Rockwell no swimming. I got it for my mother. She opened it and she said, "Wow, Chris, I never liked these things." I'm sorry, Mom. I remember it being a pretty big deal 25 years ago. Yeah. I didn't get knighted for slaying this dusty dragon. Mom, do you know how much one of these things cost? It was a collector's item in the 90s. Quarter century later, finding one in pristine shape, $3 on eBay. $3. They really get you on the shipping. And they have no returns. No returns. They just say, you handle it. don't you have a Nerf football? I don't want my children making the same mistakes as me. I don't want my daughter making the same mistakes as me. So we signed my daughter up for swim lessons when she was 4 months old. Now, 4 months old, if you haven't recently held or been 4 months old, that's where you can't walk, talk, escape, complain. If you lose a 4-month-old, they are where you left them. It's okay. Don't worry. And so you get into the pool. If you ever go swimming with a 4-month-old, you are perpetually saving their life. You are just keeping them above water the whole time. And we get to the pool and they say, "Can you and your child please take a shower?" And okay, let's just lather this one up, and I'll hold her one-armed in a shower. And by the way, between you and me, we can wash her as much as you want, but this girl is pretty selfish. You know what I mean? Very selfish. So the first class, all the parents are in a circle around the instructor holding their child, and you want to keep a low center of gravity, stay stable, and you all pass your child to the instructor underwater, which, if you ask me, is more of a graduation ceremony. My wife warned me. My wife warned me that there would be this immersion, that it's okay, that it's an instinct for the child to hold their breath when they hit the water. Wait a minute. We're paying a stranger to teach our child an instinct? I got a new job Monday. I'm starting a new job Monday. I'm going to be a youth blinking instructor. I do. And then I'm going to teach people how to do that knee thing. And then sweat when you eat spicy food. That's it. I connect with the people that way. That's what we're doing. And so as this is starting, I look up at my wife, and she's on my side now. She's saying, no, get out. I look at my daughter, and I have to decide, do I make her overcome my fears and anger my wife and join this cult? It's a busy day. You see, I took beginner swim lessons my entire childhood. Swimming has a grueling learning curve. It's a grueling learning curve. If you look at the miracles of Jesus, they were raising people from the dead, giving sight to the blind, and then walking on water. That's interesting, but he knew. He was smart. You can't build a brand if you're out there blowing bubbles. No one wants a Messiah on a kickboard. He knew what he was doing. My mom would sign me up for swim lessons, never gave up, because it's a survival skill. The class names, one year it was the minnows, then the next year it was the guppies, and then the next year it was the tadpoles. And I'm like, Mom, I'm getting bigger, but my mascots aren't. This is not good. Where's a class for me called the algaes, for the kids who cling to the wall? That's what I want. Here's a list of acceptable class names for me: the manatees, the shipwrecks, the land lovers, the anchors, the icebergs, that thing in a cartoon when they go fishing and they reel in an old boot. Enroll me now. That's my kind of class. I was held back in swimming lessons until it was socially inappropriate for me to shower with my classmates. You reach an age where your belly button is above the water and you can feel cold air and shame. I don't know if you've ever cried in a YMCA. It really ruins the song. I took a swimming class in college. There was no textbook. It was one of those classes you take that makes people want to never forgive student loans. One of those. And the teacher was also the swim team coach, and he was a big, broad-shouldered man who coached NCAA athletes. And I was like, you don't scare me. This won't be the first swim class I failed. I can do this. He was very encouraging. He yelled things like, Hughes, elbow in, great form. Roberts, love what you're doing, big extension. Nakis, you look like you should know how to swim. In that swim class, in that college swim class, you were supposed to swim a 500. Now, how fast should that be done? The world record for a 500 is 4 minutes. How long did it take me? Closer to that time right there, whatever that time is. They know. We don't know. But they know. I tried. I swear I tried hard. I even walked in the shallow end. And that is the first cruel trick of swimming, isn't it? They just say, come on in. It's flat, 4 feet deep for a while. Oh, it gets deeper. Oh, no, we posted. We posted the depth. It's above your head on the ground. You should be fine. You should be fine. So how did I learn to swim? Well, it was a birthday party in the summer at a pool. All my friends were going off the diving board, and they'd be like, dude, watch this. And they'd make that, and then, dude, watch this. And I'm sitting on the side, not participating. And so I got on there, and I just said, dude, watch this, to the lifeguard. Please? Please? I'd feel better if we started off with you in the pool. Can we do that? Lifeguarding is the most important job that we give to teenagers. They're in better shape than I'll ever be. They're probably more responsible than I'll ever be. But hey, buddy, when you can't revive me, please make sure the EMT is also dropped off by their mother. No, I want to see an ambulance and then a minivan. When you call for help, do that little voice crack thing. That makes me feel safer. This might be a big revelation, but I go swimming in the mornings. I go swimming in the mornings now. I love it. I go swimming. I'll tell you about swimming in the mornings, because none of you know about swimming in the mornings, because none of you are 90. What's it like in there? What is it like? Normally, if I go in a pool, I stay in until my lips are purple, right? But in the mornings, they keep the pool nice and warm. I stay in that water until my skin looks like their skin. You might say, Chris, wouldn't you rather swim with some younger people, some hard bodies, some eye candy? Close. I want to swim with people who have hard candy. I like swimming with the elderly. They let me win. Let me win, and when we're done, we have a Jolly Rancher or a lifesaver. Is it my turn to flip the record? Let's crank up the Bobby Darin. We're having a good time. Having a good time in the pool. One morning, I saw a guy younger than me at the pool, and I said, you get out of here, you creep. I've got decades left of being the cute young one here. Don't you take this away from me. The people, they have nowhere to go, right? I'm in the shower trying to get off to work. They know that they got to get to McDonald's before they stop serving breakfast in 14 hours. This law of unintended consequences here, the McDonald's breakfast all day policy has really backlogged public showers. We're lost, we're stuck, but it's all worth it when you're underwater. Historians believe that the first divers were just introverts. Like a swimmer could throw up from pushing their body to the limit, going back and forth. For divers, it's conversation. They are smart, though. The divers are smart. They said, I see what you're doing over there in the pool. We're going to go 40 feet down, just gravity. We're just going to ride gravity and avoid all of your dumb questions. What is that? You want an interesting fact about me? I'm sorry, I'm all the way up here. Maybe we can connect on my way down. Oh, nope, I'm spiraling. Can't see me. I'm underwater now. I'm underwater. Who did I vote for? Not going to tell you. When am I getting married? I'm underwater, and I'm up, and it feels like some of you are judging me. Well, Chris, if you want to be underwater, why don't you just learn to go scuba diving? Scuba diving, can you imagine being eaten by a shark? I mean, what a terrible father. Terrible father. That's right, there I was. I was holding my child. I'm holding my child, and it's going around the circle, and I look into my daughter's eyes, my daughter, who I would die for. And then I look at my beautiful wife, who I would die for, begrudgingly. Yes, I'll take the bullet for you. Then can I get on with my date? All right. Then I look back at my daughter, and she nods as if to say, Dad, let's do this. Which at 4 months old, they also can't control their neck. So I totally put that on her. And then I took my daughter, I dropped back to pass, survey, wide open instructor, and I threw a strike, hit her right in the numbers. Daughter off to a stranger, she comes out of the water alive, happy. I figure at that point, we celebrate or lose custody. I look at my wife, we did it, and she's pointing furiously back at the water. Chris, no, Chris. And my daughter, they're sending her back. They are torpedoing her back to me. She just jumped the Grand Canyon, and they're putting her back on the bike. They send her to me. She comes out of the water very upset, both of them. And I said, honey, we made it. Let's just wait 5 years. We'll sign you up for the minnows. I'll take it with you. You'll do fine. You will look like you should know how to swim. I will never go swimming with a baby again. I'll never do it. You know, if you walk down the sidewalk and you save 1,000 lives, you're a hero. They'll make you mayor. They will invent a People Hall of Fame just to put you in it. If you go swimming with a baby, you're going to save its life 1,000 times. And no one will talk to you on the car ride home. Thank you guys for being here. I really do talk a lot about swimming. And the truth is, really, I'm more of a golfer.
Yeah.